Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's John T. Wright. You know who the hell I am? I'm the guy that can go out and find something like this on May 18th of 2023 prior to getting, let go. We don't need you no more. They didn't want to be my friends no more. Anyway, look at this. Is that unique to find? There's something right here. I'm going to dig it up, and I found that. And by the way, I offered this to Bonnie and Ernie had to give it back to me because, I couldn't take it in my motorhome, and it actually belonged to them on their property or not on their property. I don't even think it was on their property, but right there's where somebody would have hid something. I'm really good at finding something that somebody likes to hide. Don't fucking make me look for things. I have to find them because just like Tracy challenging me to win the lottery again, the match 4 lottery in Washington State, I am, almost dedicated to take it on just because I know I could do it and pull out the winning number in a limited amount of 5 tickets. I did it before, and I know I could do it again because I did it the first time. And the reason I knew it would work is because I redid it over and over and over and proved that it won night after night because that's a night after night lottery. You see, so I knew if I could hit it 1 night, 2 nights, 3 nights, are you goddamn kidding me? Tonight we're going to hit Ernie and we're going to split it. You're going to go down and get it. And by the way, Ernie did split it with me. Ernie did go down to the Washington State Lottery. Ernie did take the rest of my lottery tickets in here. And I've got proof of that over here too. And should I pull it up? I could. I would. And we're talking about the big lottery, the $1 million lottery in Washington State, the 6-number lottery. I got 5 out of 6 lottery numbers, many times. And me and Ernie split all that money just because I wanted Ernie to know how goddamn good I got what I am. And you could do it too. With a little help from me, you could do just about goddamn anything you fucking want. Now, if you want the new you, the V, the vessel, you, the vessel, it's Yahshua inside the cup, it's Yahshua on the outside of the cup. And let me tell you about what I did. I went up looking for a new punching bag because I punched the bag so hard in my motorhome, this little ball like this, it's on wire. I'm sure you've seen it in the past videos. I ripped it. And I didn't rip it with this. I don't think I did it with this one, but I sure did injure this here knuckle right here, and it did go bad. I mean, maybe it was this one. And I had that ring on too, and I remember when I did that. I fucking hit that bag, and maybe I did hit it, break it with this here one low. But anyway, I thought I hit it with this one, but now I'm thinking I hit it with this one. And it doesn't matter, the bag's busted. And I looked around up there at Big 5. I went up there. I gave them a car, and the girls up there at Big 5, they're ecstatic about their car that they got from me. And they all are so funny, and they're all so nice, Those girls, they got, what did they get? They got a really nice car. Oh, they got that silver Mustang. Like Tracy's silver Mustang. I gave it to the girls up at Big 5, and they're wonderful, and all of them are wonderful, and I gave them that, and they're all just like, I have an effect on people, and it's a great effect too, by the way. I'd rather be a hero instead of a zero, and my dad likes it that I'm doing this because why? I'm telling the truth about the Zodiac, I'm telling the truth about Cooper, I'm telling you the truth about everything. And you know what? If your dad or mom was in the law enforcement community fucking 50 years ago, they're probably goddamn dead by now. They're sitting in an old rest home saying, yeah, that's that little boy that we all fucking fucked. You know, everybody knew if this boy heard something and a leak got back, people got killed. My dad would just send me over there. Hey, go over there and see what's going on. Would I fucking know? I want to know. Here my dad is, when I'm, after he's done this, and he's in Morton, Washington, he'd have me go with him over to the Wheel Cafe so he could go in the Wheel Cafe. He'd go in there, and he'd go in there with his son, John, and he'd sit right there, and he'd go, I'd like to have a cold roast beef sandwich and a piece of pie. A fucking piece of goddamn pie. You know, this piece of pie of Georgia sticks out in my goddamn mind infamously. You know, it's just like him being broke. They had him down in a bowling alley underneath the basement. And here I am, I pull up my motorcycle, my bicycle, my Stingray bicycle, and I've got baskets on it, I'm delivering newspapers and stuff, and I'm making fucking money. He told me, John, you're going to have to make money, he says, because we're on our own. You know, this is George, this is the Zodiac Killer, this is the infamous man. So I'm there, and I pull up one day, and boy, one day I lost some money there, and I found it. But anyway, it wasn't this day, but my dad says, how much money do you have in your pocket? And I said, you know, I have over $100. $100 fucking dollars back in fucking 1972, you know, 73 or 74, you know, right in there. I mean, Terry Shortridge is still alive, but still before 1975. And here I am, a kid, fucking running around with $100 bill in my fucking pocket. I mean, I used to have money tucked away in the pool table that was upstairs in that bedroom on Division Street where Shortridge was murdered. You know, and I used to hide the money and stuff because I had to hide it from my family members. Shit, they'd steal from my own dad that was sleeping on the couch, and my mother wasn't having sex with my dad. My brother Jerry was having sex with his own mother. What a sick group of people, and a sick group of fucking people. I'm sorry, I don't have nothing good to say about my family members, and if they fucking thought they could fucking stand up to me, goddamn, I'm right here. Love to see that. And I love to see it. And by the way, I don't mind calling people out and telling them the fucking truth. And that's another thing that the law enforcement community better get goddamn used to. There's no fucking secrets with me. I leave the windows open in my motorhome. Matter of fact, I like to keep my windows open right fucking here. Because the neighbors, I don't give a fuck what they see, because they're going to see the truth in the way. Hey, I'm a normal fucking person. I want a normal fucking life. But my fucking life really isn't normal. And you people aren't really normal to me. Why? You've been following Satan and Eve forever. And Satan and Eve's days are over. Friday the 13th of last year, guess what? They got spun into hell. And by the way, I've been being delivered step by step by God Almighty. You know, this is like Nineveh with me. I had to come forward. I don't have a fucking choice, law enforcement officers. And you know what? I wish I could have had a job like you guys. I think you guys have the best goddamn jobs in the world. You're fucking heroes instead of fucking zeros. I'm fucking impressed. The Holy Father's fucking impressed. And by the way, even Satan loves my style, the way I go about this, because I don't fucking candy coat it by telling you nothing but the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, like Eve coming to my place and performing a burlesque in front of me and then coming back as a fucking evil witch the next day. I'm fucking wishing hell upon my family. And guess what? Everything did go hell. And fucking Eve and Satan, you know, as far as I'm goddamn concerned, you're gonna fucking pay in hell. You're gonna come out and you can fucking deserve each other for fucking what you goddamn did to me, Eve and Satan. And George L. Wright, you know what? I love you. You know, I identify you as George L. Wright, but at the same time I have Satan and Eve. And now I know why Lisa from Morton, Washington, Morton Jane Doe, ended up being murdered and placed out next to Bob and Carol Whitlow's house. It was all because of George being Satan and this whole goddamn thing to fester up someday so it would be fucking turned over is what I'm getting out of everything of this. So how can we go around fucking blaming Mr. Jerry Wright or Mr. Jim Wright or even Mr. Bruce Kimsey for things that happen? You know, Satan and Eve can enter into someone's body at any given fucking time, walk up to you and blow your fucking brains out. How do you like that? How do you goddamn like that? Who do you fucking trust now? And by your own friend that you fucking trust, Satan can just fucking come in there and fucking come in and fucking pull the trigger. Just like Jim said, I just killed my best friend when he blew off Terry Shortridge's head. But then again, Jim came to the thing of he got an identity crisis with whatever was going on with him and stuff. And by the way, Jim, if I can forgive you, the Holy Father can forgive you, and there you go. Yeah, by the way, you've already been tried once in the court of law here. And remember double jeopardy, Jim? And by the way, you did good things for me. Do you remember double jeopardy, Jim? Don't fuck with me. You ever want to fucking think you can kick my ass, you just show up at the plate too, buddy. And Jim, I wouldn't want to hurt you. And I really could fucking hurt you. And don't think you have a Superman suit underneath there. Remember that time you told me about, he better hope you have a Superman suit underneath you. And I thought, I have a Superman suit underneath me. And Jim fucking knew because I've had Jim beat up before when we fought out around into the woods. Out in the woods, I was picking Jim up, throwing him into the fucking trees and shit. There was no way that Jim was going to win that fight. After blowing Terry Shortridge's off. Do you remember what I said just before I, blew off Terry Shortridge's head? Yeah, if you swing that one more time, I'm going to kill you. And Jim Wright knows it's goddamn truth. You fucking ask me a goddamn question after the fact, I'll fucking sit there and tell you. How about the time that I stood there in front of you guys in that fucking front room of Rich Baker's house, 2105 Southwest Salisbury, and said, you got your ass kicked before and it's about ready to happen again. And he goes, no, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. I'm still standing here saying, yeah, it fucking did. No, it did. Yeah, it did. And it'll happen again too. And by the way, you doubt me, step on up to the plate. The Holy Father just fucking loved to see action-packed fucking network happening. You know, when the Holy Father gets intimidated or the whole, somebody, tests the water, fucking want to keep the friction up, it's not going to be a good deal. At the end of the day, look at the world of what you're dealing with right now. Now, I'm going to get off this. I'm going to say hello, goodbye. Oh, I went and did the Coke trick. Oh, God. I got to tell you about the Coke trick. And the Coke trick went like this. I seen a Coke truck. I pulled up. I was at Walmart. I was looking for that punching bag. I went to Big Five. I went to Walmart. I went to Walmart looking. They didn't have it, but everybody's impressed me. So anyway, bam. And when I come out, I seen this Coke truck. I seen this guy. He was in the passenger seat, and I pulled up, and I got out, and I just goddamn knew I was going to go over there. I'm a cokehead by nature. So anyway, I go over there, and I go around the thing, and I go like this. I said, hey, I see you're here. I said, did you bring the Coke? And the guy looks at me, and he says, well, we've delivered all the Coke today. And I said, you mean to tell me that this truck does not have even a 6-pack Coke for me today? Not even 1 liter of Coke today? I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. You don't have no Coke on this here truck? Well, let me tell you. I went and tell him about the first Coke deal that happened down here in Camas. Well, it didn't really happen is what it did. I was going to think I wanted an eighth of cocaine. This was back about 76. And I wanted some cocaine. My Aunt Pat had that bar down there, Ted's Tavern. My Aunt Pat ran it. She had all those baseball players. And, you know, my Aunt Pat, she'd go get me pot and stuff when I'd come down to Camas. You know, my Aunt Pat was cool. She's married to Ted Shaw, and then she ran off with an attorney like all good women do. You goddamn get in bed with an attorney and then you get a divorce because then it saves money at the fucking, you know, the final details to get rid of someone. So anyway, can you blame a person? No. And where was I going with this? Oh, and anyway, I had met this people, you know, they're pretty cool. And I thought, well, I get some pot from my aunt, but my aunt ain't gonna get me fucking cocaine. So I go right to the guy that I know is cool, and I asked him, I said, so can you get me some coke? And he says, well, how much coke are you thinking about? I said, well, I was thinking about an eighth, but I could go as high as a quarter, you know, on the coke. And he says, you know, really, he says, you want to buy an ounce of it. He says, because, he says, if you get an ounce, he says, you know, you buy 3 and you get 1 for free. And it's a better deal. And he says, and if you want a better deal than that, he says, you know, you want a quarter pound of this cocaine. He says, you know, same deal, 3 ounces, and you get the 4th ounce for free. And that would be $700 an ounce, so that would be $2,100. Now, do you want this quarter pound of cocaine?
Can I sit on you?
And I said, well, I wasn't thinking about that much. He says, well, when you get the money, he says, why don't you come and see me? He says, you know, and I thought, wow. Well, I just, you know, I mean, I was a kid. I didn't know. I thought, God, I'm $2,100. And I turned around and I left. That guy was never going to sell me any cocaine. Never. And looking back at it, goes from 1 ounce to a fucking quarter pound. It happened in Camas, and that's a true story about a cocaine thing that happened with I must have been 16. I had a driver's license. I was here in Camas, and that was the year that my aunt hit the back end of a school bus driving her new silver Mustang, and my aunt passed one of my family members on our thing.
Would get harder.
Sponsor or subscribe. So Aunt Pat, you know, I'm sorry I broke your bones in your back.
It would get a little hard.
Whatever else I fucking got.
I would keep going to make it
harder.
harder.
You know, you started it. Jim fucking speared the fish. If you don't know that story, I think I put it on the internet too. And I've got I Am Woman here, and boy, she is. And she looks so good since everything happened. I mean, she is just radiant beauty, and so does all these other women on Chatterbait. Hey, if you give me a little time, I bet you I could change your life. You know, here, you know, I counsel a lot of people, and even my friend Tracy down there. Actually, I think Tracy's actually out of my league. I just love her responses. I think she's got a great personality, but I just don't think that. I think Tracy's a great person. I'll never say never. I just goddamn won't do it. And have a fabulous day. Oh, I did the cocaine thing, and the guy was so impressed with the cocaine thing and the stuff I did. You know, you mean to tell me you don't have no cocaine on this, or cocaine on this truck for me? I want the liquid cocaine, and not Alkane that you get from the eye doctor. And if you don't know about Icane, whatever it is, they have it. Oh, don't take me there. I've had a few bottles of that liquid. And that was the real deal. I've got stories that you would not believe. Anyway, I'll talk to you later, and have a great day. Do good, do good. The John T. Wright old-fashioned way. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.